David Orion Martin. He was born and raised in Danville, Virginia. He attended George Washington High School, where he was named first team All-Western Valley as a senior, lettering in both basketball and football. After high school, he played defensive end at Hargrave Prep School for one semester to qualify for college. In 2004, he attended Norfolk State University for the spring semester after finishing up prep school. In 2004, in the fall of 2004, he joined Virginia Tech, the Virginia Tech Hokies. He joined the team as a walk-on. While he was there, he posted bench presses of 350 pounds, 550-pound back squat, and had a 34-inch vertical jump. Orion went from being a walk-on to being a two-year starter at Virginia Tech, and he played in numerous bowl games while there. After Virginia Tech, he went on to get signed as a undrafted free agent with the Miami Dolphins in 2009. Now, I had the privilege of going to school and playing and being around his uncles, Melvin and Bobby Martin. Orion comes from a family of hard workers. So at this time, we would like to introduce David Orion Martin.
Good evening. My name is Orion Martin, and I played for Virginia Tech from 2004 through 2008. A lot of people know me as an all-ACC performer at Virginia Tech that played in a lot of bowl games and played in a lot of big games, but a lot of people don't know the journey that I had and the path I had to take to get to Virginia Tech and how close all this didn't happen. But what I want to talk to you real brief is about pursuing your dreams and goals, whatever that might be, whether that's athletics, academics, whatever that is. I just want to encourage you tonight to pursue those dreams and never give up on them. Like Coach said, I come from an athletic family. My dad played college football. Both my uncles played Division I college football, so that was instilled in me. Hard work, dedication to the weight room. That's something I knew from the time I was able to pick up a ball. But what was my dream? The dream that I had for my life was I wanted to play football for Virginia Tech. My Uncle Bobby, he was mentioned earlier, he played linebacker for the Hokies back in the late 80s. So when I was 3, 4, 5 years old, my brother and I would always go to the Tech games to watch him play. And after the games, he would take us into the locker room to meet the guys. And, from a young age, I wanted to be a Hokie. So that was something, my whole life, that's what I worked towards, was trying to be a Virginia Tech football player. It wasn't the only goal I had, but that was one of the main passions that I had. So what I want to encourage you guys, whatever it might be, whatever that goal or dream is, to pursue it, and don't let anybody stop you from doing that. So my background, I was born in Danville, Virginia. We lived there till I was about 7 years old. We moved to Henry County when I was in the 3rd grade, and I went to Henry County Public Schools from the 3rd grade on to 10th grade. And then I transferred back to GW Danville when my dad got a teaching job there. And also my Uncle Bobby, he was the basketball coach and assistant football coach. And on top of those two there, my Uncle Melvin was also the assistant principal. So I had no choice but to work hard and stay out of trouble. So it's pretty tough when you got two uncles and your dad there in the building. So I had some great men that I surrounded myself with. And also my football coach, I had history with him because he actually gave my dad his first coaching job out of college. So I had some really great men that pushed me and made sure I was staying on the right track. So fast forward to my spring semester in high school, my last semester in high school, I didn't have any scholarship offers. I was a decent high school football, basketball player. I was nothing special, nothing great. I played with Coach Henderson on the basketball team. I could barely touch the rim, but he was snagging alley-oops on people and dunking, and he was just a big-time player. And guys like him, I look forward to playing with them because when I see him dunking all over people, that's what I want to do. And that persuaded me to work harder in the weight room. Seeing guys like him and the guys older than me, I want to get better and be like those guys. But again, I'm in my spring semester. I applied to Tech. I didn't get in. I didn't get accepted to Tech, so that was a blow to my confidence. So here it is, my spring semester, my high school senior year. I didn't get accepted to Tech. This is the school I wanted to play for my whole life. So what am I going to do now? The only schools interested me in the time was Averett, Ferrum, and Lenore-Ryan. Smaller schools, still wasn't Tech. So my parents and I, we decided, it was best for me to try out Hargrave. I could go there, use that year as a prep school to get bigger, get stronger, eventually maybe get a scholarship offer from Tech, see what happens. So I graduate from high school. I go down to Hargrave summer in August, go through training camp. I'm playing football for them. The season ends, guys are getting scholarship offers. There's guys I'm playing with going to the SEC, ACC, Big Ten, all those big schools. And, I still don't have a scholarship offer. My favorite school, Virginia Tech, they're still not looking at me. So the first school to offer me a scholarship was Norfolk State. So, I'm frustrated, I'm getting impatient, I'm ready to get out of military school. So I go on down to Norfolk State in the spring of 2004. Great school, enjoyed it, had a great time, met a lot of good people that I still talk to today, but that dream inside of me was to play for Tech. And I still wanted to go there and still wanted to give it a try. So after the spring semester at Norfolk State, I decided to transfer up to Tech. My thinking was I could stay at Norfolk. I was comfortable. I was on scholarship, full ride, but I wanted to pursue my dream. And I was thinking that if I go to Tech, even if I set the bench for 4 years, at least I gave it my best. At least I tried to go out swinging for my dream. So I transferred to Tech. At the time, my brother was getting recruited by 4 or 5 ACC schools. He was a really good high school football player. He ended up committing to Tech that summer. So, it was our dream to play together at Virginia Tech. So I ended up transferring to Tech, talked to Coach Beamer. He said, you come on, walk on the team. If you can show me that you can play, you keep your grades up, I'll put you on scholarship in a year. And if you guys don't know Coach Beamer, he's a great man, probably one of the best men I've ever been around. What you see is what you get with him. Right now, I think he's still the all-time winningest coach among active coaches right now in college football. So he's been there for a long time, and he's had a lot of success. So I walk on. The coaches really don't know who I am. I'm like 5th or 6th on the depth chart, on the scout team, which means I'm a practice player. I'm a practice dummy. I'm not getting in the games. This is my redshirt year. So fast forward to the spring of 2005 was my first time I could actually get some reps, really show these coaches what I could do. During this time, I'm doing the right things. I'm going to class. I'm on time for meetings. I'm the first one in the weight room, last one out of the weight room. I was doing everything I could to capture my coach's attention. So when you're out there, you're tired, you don't feel like going to class, make an effort to go to class. Education is important, and I'll get to that later. But had a great spring, 2005, ended up at the end of the spring, ended up moving up to number 2 on the depth chart at the defensive end position I was playing. I was playing behind a great player, Darryl Tapp. He's still playing in the NFL now. I think he's in his 10th season. Great guy. It was a great opportunity to play behind him and learn, watch his work ethic and the way he approached the game. He approached it like a professional. And playing behind him really helped me in my career at Tech when he left. So fast forward, 2005, 2006 seasons, I'm finally living my dream. I'm on scholarship. I'm playing for Tech. It can't get any better. I'm playing on ESPN. We're playing big games, and I'm enjoying it. So 2007, 2008, I ended up starting, played in some big bowl games. We lost the Orange Bowl my junior year, but my senior year we ended up beating Cincinnati for the Orange Bowl. Ended up becoming a team captain. I was second team all ACC. It was a big time opportunity for me to go to Tech and to live out my dream. And that was something that I wanted to do as a kid, and I pursued it, and I didn't let anybody stop me or let anything hinder me. You're going to face difficult tasks. As an athlete, you guys are here for 1 or 2 years, and you're going to go off to school. You're going to face obstacles. But I'm encouraging tonight that whatever you want to do, whether you want to go professional or you want to be a doctor, pursue those dreams and don't let people stop you. No matter how many roads you got to take to get there, stay focused and stay on track. You'll get there. So 2008, I finished my career at Tech. I win the Orange Bowl. We win over Cincinnati and Miami. It was a great feeling. My career at Tech's over. So I leave from Miami. I fly straight to Atlanta to start training for the draft. I trained there for 2 weeks, ended up going to the Combine. Great opportunity. Got to meet a lot of great coaches in the NFL, interview with a lot of teams, and it was a great experience. Like Will said in the introduction, the draft came along. I didn't get drafted. I ended up getting a call. Probably about 2 minutes after the draft ended, Miami called me and offered me a free agent deal. I went there. They put me in linebacker. I played a different position. I had to learn a whole different position. But I was in training camp, played 2 games, ended up getting cut. I came home. I was home for about a week and a half. I got a call from the Lions. They called me up, wanted me to come up for a free agent deal. Went up there, played in 2 games. Actually played pretty well. Got a sack. My last game was against the Bills. We played up there on a night game, and that was the last time I put on a helmet. That was September of 2009. And that was the end of my football career. I had a great career, no regrets. I left everything I had on the field. I did what my coaches asked me to do, and that was just it. And one day, your playing career is going to end. But the good thing about it is I had an education to fall back on. I can't stress the importance of education. If I didn't have an education, I wouldn't be able to teach or coach at the high school level now. But that's something that Coach Beamer, that's something that I always take from him. He told me one time in a meeting, I was a senior, he was talking to me, he said that you can't play ball forever. And one day you're going to need an education to fall back on. You're going to have a family, and you're going to have kids to take care of. And one day when playing ball ends, you're going to have that to fall back on. So I just want to encourage you guys, whatever your dreams are, pursue them. I got 4 things that I had listed that I wrote down that will help you as a student athlete on the next level. I played at the collegiate level. I was at professional for a little bit, so I'm sure all you guys, at some point or another, you had dreams of doing that. But number 1 thing I wrote down was stay on top of your grades. Go to study hall. Whatever your team meetings or whatever you guys got for study hall, make sure you're on time. Don't just be satisfied getting there a minute before the meeting starts. Get there early. Show your coaches how important it is to yourself. Stay on top of your grades because they can get away from you quick. Stay on top of them. If you can get an A in the class, get an A. Number 2, take care of your body. The weight room is key. Any sport, make sure you're putting the right things in your body. I went to college. I saw guys, they want to drink, they want to party. And I moved ahead of some guys on the depth chart because they pretty much drank their way out of college. You don't have to be that way. You got the rest of your career or your life to party and have a good time. But while you're in school, your main focus is school and your academics and whatever sport you're playing. Number 3, always remember this. You're human. You're going to make mistakes. If you make mistakes or slip up, just keep moving forward. You're always going to make mistakes, but don't let that slow you down. Just keep moving forward, pursuing your goals and dreams. And that's all I have tonight. Hopefully you guys will stay encouraged. Whatever sport you're playing, be the best you can be. Have the mindset of a champion. Always work hard at everything you're doing. Weight room, practice, games, do the best you can. Leave it all on the field. Whenever you're done playing sports, don't have any regrets. When I was done, when I walked out that locker room up at Buffalo, I had no regrets. I didn't know it was going to be my last game, but thankfully I had an education I could fall back on, and I gave it my best. So thank you.
Ron, if you can come back up, please. Come back up. Let me tell you about Orion. Honestly, man, as he said, I think I was okay down at GW Danville. But if you ask me, would I think Orion Martin would have played at Virginia Tech or played professionally, I would have said no. Plain and simple, no. He was big, he was slow, he could not jump, he was not athletic. I probably dunked on him a couple of times in practice over and over again, but these are things that at the end of the day, when I look up his biography, those are things that I'm highly impressed with. Coming from a walk-on to being a 2-year starter for a major university in Virginia Tech, everybody sees them on ESPN. And to do what he's done, that's amazing. So we want to thank you and give you a little token of our appreciation for coming here and speaking tonight. Thank you. I probably still can dunk on that. He'll probably take me out. All right. So as Mr. Orion stated, definitely the academics part is very, very important. We had a very good year academically in the fall. We want to continue that trend going into this spring. Right now, we have a couple of awards that Mr. Enda Crehan is going to present to you guys. Right now, we've had 41 student athletes with 3.0s carried throughout the fall and 9 others with 4.0s. So right now, we want to recognize you guys for doing that great work. Yeah, let's get them to line. Just have them line up. We'll call them line up. We'll line up in front. As he calls your name, this is for the 3.0 athletic academic achievement. Please come up, get your certificate, walk down the steps and line up here in the front, please.
Matthew Prilliman.
Not here.
Lawrence Holliston, he's away with the golf team. Damien Beasley.
He's with the golf team.
Donald Ziu.
Isn't he here?
Zach Atwood.
Huh? Hold on. Oh, they can't hear it. Hold on, slow down. Let's get Donald. Okay.
Sidner Trent. Is it not working right? Sidner Trent. Technical difficulties. Sammy Tiitanen. Don't need the mic. Carlos Cifuentes. Tremias Relaford. Junior Lara. Don't think Francisco Garcia. Nick Clark. Sean Duhan. Jacob Traore. Daniel Ginsberg. Kim Martin.
Kim Martin.
Madison Golden. Tara Ruff. Abby Osborne. Jackie Montoya. Vanessa Garcia. Taylor Flick. Aaron Eppert. Adrian Spears. Stibel Saba. I've done well on that one. Damon Tuthero. Rashad Stewart. Scott Spradlin. Eric Scott. Yancy Salgado. Rafael Ortiz. Nicholas Keister. Mark Hendricks. Jake Fletcher. Lucas Donovan. David Fernandez. Nicholas Feisen. Butcher. Curtis Tironi. Brandon Barber. I apologize to every name I butchered.
Hey, two rows here, please. Two rows. Young girl, lady step up. Lady step up. Man, Jacob, slide in. Slide in. Slide in, fellas. Slide in. Okay. Okay. Young man.
Give all our 3.0s a big round of applause. Come on, give them a big round of applause. And now we'll have our 4.0 students. Sosedo Reyes. Connor O'Dwyer. Michael Mercado. Irvin Hernandez. Haley Williams. Amy Folks. Alba Cruz. Jose Martinez. Yeah, down the bottom there. Jacob Sheneman. Kelvin Marte. Gerald Rios. Miguel Lopez. Look at the last one. I mean, give me a break. Who is it? Robert Alcantara. You guys' names are way too difficult.
At this time, we're going to recognize two individual student athletes who, on the field, exemplify excellence. As the Region 10 Women's Director for Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, I get the honor every year to select All-Americans and vote on student athletes who exemplify what on-the-field play means. And 2014 into 2000, during the complete year of 2014, last spring and this fall, Patrick Henry Community College saw two All-Americans added to their inaugural class of total All-Americans. You can see two jerseys hanging on the top of the gym here. Those two individuals exemplified excellence on the field and off the field, both of them National Players of the Year, one in men's basketball, one in women's basketball. But last year on the baseball field, first team All-American, Stabel Alaman Saba. Wait for the other one. And this fall, in our third year of men's soccer, a student athlete excelled on the field in many ways, fighting a number of adversities and conquering these opportunities, and through the help of his coach and his teammates, saw ample success in a sport that I still haven't quite figured out. So you guys who play soccer, you'll eventually teach me one day. But this year, second team All-American men's soccer, Daniel Maldonado. On an annual basis, in each division, Division I, Division II, and Division III of the NJCAA, there are various numbers of All-Americans. For example, men's soccer, you only see 11 All-Americans per division in the first team. So Daniel received second team honor, so he was one of the best 22 players in the country in men's soccer Division II. And in baseball, there are 12 when you count the DH and others in utility in baseball. And Stabel was one of 12 best baseball players in the country last year in Division II. So quite an accomplishment for your classmates and your teammates.
In the spring 2014, we also had some region champs that didn't get their just due with a celebration. So we wanted to take this time real quick to recognize the 2014 Region X softball champions, Lady Patriots. So you guys that were on the 2014 team, please come up. See, we don't forget about people. Try not to. We try not to forget about y'all.
Okay.
Also, we had a couple of all-region athletes from last semester. So with first team member Ms. Morgan Revels, come back up. Second team for baseball, Mr. Scott Spradlin. Second team softball, Becca Hicks. Also in fall 2014, we had Miss Jaylene Cartagini. Oops. First team. Taylor Horner, second team. Tovin Salah, second team. Avalis Barber, honorable mention. Taylor Flick, honorable mention. Stinson Kroon, first team. Connor O'Dwyer, second team. Sammy Titanen, Mauricio Moreno, and Jashad Jameson, first team for basketball. Connor O'Dwyer. Y'all, come here, Sean. Thank you guys, good job this season. Moving forward, as we definitely noted, the academic part is very, very, very important to us. We have some individuals here that will be awarded the Female and Male Scholar Athlete of the Year for us. This young lady has taken a great course load this year and has received a 4.0 while also being a student athlete in softball. I'd like to give the Female Scholar Athlete of the Year to Miss Haley Williams. It's going dead. It's dead again. Bye. Yeah, you go. Bye. Yeah, you done. And with taking 18 credit hours while also being a member of the men's soccer team, and from England, Mr. Connor O'Dwyer with a 3.87 GPA. Good job to you guys. And now we also have the Male and Female Patriot of the Year awards. The requirements for this award is 1, community service, 2, academics, and 3, performance on the field or court. So we definitely want you to represent PHCC in the right light. As we always talk about, it's academics first, student athletes second. We definitely want you guys to the ones that are still here next season, to really fight to try to win this award. Fight to be the best in the classroom, fight to be the best on the field. This year, we have co-female Patriots of the Years. The first individual, she has done a lot of things off the campus and represented PHCC in several different lights. She's also performed on the field pretty well, and she will be attending Bluefield State College next year, and that's Ms. Taylor Flick. That's fine. As we stated, we have co-female Patriot of the Year this year. This individual has done a lot of work, working not only in the classroom, but working in the field of play, trying to be a captain, be a leader, while also perform on the field also. This individual, she's done community service with United Way. I've seen her out in the community. She's there to be anywhere that I need her to be. This individual was also first team in softball last semester. So this individual is Miss Morgan Rubbles as Female Patriot of the Year. I know you're not ready to cry.
Huh?
I know you're not ready to cry.
No.
From voting from the coaches, it was also a tough decision for the Male Patriot of the Year. It was certain factors that you just couldn't overlook. The first individual who was also Male Patriot of the Year not only juggled a tough course load, but was also a valuable member to his soccer team. He performed in the classroom with 18 credit hours and did a 3.8 GPA. That is very, very tough. He's also went to Student Leadership Conference and represented us well, introducing the astronaut that was the guest speaker. This individual is from England, and that's Mr. Connor O'Dwyer. God. And this next individual, he's also been a member that went to the Student Leadership Conference in Virginia Beach and represented us very well. He also drives back and forth from his hometown, making sure that he's at practice every day and also leading on the field, batting over 400 and helping our Patriots be a nationally ranked individual. This is Mr. Damon Tetherow. AKA Johnny Damon.
At this time, as we come to the close of this awards banquet, I'd ask all the student athletes to give your coaches a round of applause. Give them a sincere round of applause for what they do for you guys and gals. As I told you guys and gals earlier, I know the commitment it takes to be a coach and the time it goes in and the care that people care for each one of you on an individual basis. And you'll remember your coaches for a lifetime, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. I promise you'll remember them for a lifetime. There are a couple other people here that you guys will remember, and I want to take a second to point those out. And one is Mr. Barry Nelson. Barry Nelson was part of the reason I arrived here a decade ago and I'm still here today. So I want you guys to give Mr. Nelson a round of applause, because while you guys are enjoying life and in class, he's behind the scenes pulling for each one of you to be successful student athletes, successful on the court, and most importantly, great citizens in a community that he loves. So, that's very important while you're here, is to serve a community that embraces student athletes and embraces people coming into their community and getting an education and being here for the right reasons. So, very important when you guys see community members that you thank them for their time, you thank them for their commitment, and you thank them for their support. Also, there are two people behind the scenes and in front of the scenes and all around the scenes that do a tremendous amount of work. And I hired both of these individuals a number of years ago, and they become colleagues, they become friends, they become characters of all different kinds. But one is Mr. Kenny Webster, our photographer and SID. We want to thank Kenny for his work, and Coach Henderson has something for you. Second, his transition from a part-time stipend employee to a full-time person that is engaged with student athletes, engaged with the student body, engaged with coaches, and now will be carrying on new endeavors, not by leaving anything behind, but just by adding more coaching duties to his time and his commitment, and that's your athletic trainer and fitness coordinator, J.R. Smith. I'd be foolish and remiss not to mention one person that keeps me afloat on a daily basis. And when you guys think that the world has stopped, I promise you she's still keeping it going. Whether you're applying for scholarships, whether she's filling out campus life paperwork, making sure I get the papers that I need to sign for you guys to take your bus trips, and that's Ms. Letitia Pulliam. So again, thanks to everybody who's here for all that you've done, for everything that you've put together, and just another round of applause. I want to thank Ms. Saslaw again for her visit to campus and representing the State Board of Community Colleges and all the leadership that the State Board provides to each college. We quite often think about the rural colleges and how we may get left behind, but as she's seen today, Patrick Henry is paving the way for student success and the opportunities for students to thrive in areas that people never dreamed of. And one of those dreams was athletics, something that I brought to the table 10 years ago. So it's quite a privilege when I stand up here and see such a thriving audience of individuals who use athletics as a driver to get an education. So again, thank you for your time. Thanks to Coach Henderson and the rest of the staff and the administrators who work so hard to see you guys succeed. And good luck the rest of the season to the baseball, softball team, and, of course, golf's on the road. So, again, congratulations to each one of you. I look forward to seeing you guys walk across the stage here in a month, and look forward to the spring tournament. So, congratulations again to each one of you.